Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to, with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after.
Britney Spears' sister Jamie Lynn is now addressing the backlash she's been receiving over not helping her sister get out of this conservatorship. I'm going to get into all of those details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. So for starters, I would like to actually start with a quote from Britney's testimony, and then we'll get right into what her sister is saying about the whole situation. During her testimony, Britney said, "Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, but my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad. And my dad acted like he didn't know that I was told I had to be tested over the Christmas holidays before they sent me away when my kids went home to Louisiana. He was the one who approved all of it. My whole family did nothing." That last part is very important because now her sister Jamie Lynn Spears is trying to make it clear that she has always supported and loved her sister. In the days following Britney's emotional plea for her release from this conservatorship, we heard from most people that actually played a role and benefited from the situation. Everyone from her parents, lawyers that is, to Perez Hilton and even Justin Timberlake. The question on everyone's mind though was, when is her sister going to break her silence on the matter? Even her ex-husband Kevin Federline made a statement, again through his lawyer, and now finally Jamie Lynn is saying that she wants nothing but happiness for her sister and that she always has and always will support her. In a series of videos that were posted to her Instagram stories, Jamie Lynn started off by saying, "Hey everybody, I just want to take a second to address a few things. The only reason I haven't before is because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I feel I need to say." I mean, at least she's not using legal jargon as well as speaking through a lawyer, but we'll give her that just for starters. But nonetheless, she continues by saying, "I think it's extremely clear since the day I was born, I have only loved, adored, and supported my sister. I mean, this is my freaking big sister. Before any of this bullshit, I don't care if she wants to run away to the rainforest and have a zillion babies in the middle of nowhere, or if she wants to come back and dominate the world the way she's done so many times before, because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way because I am only her sister who is only concerned about her happiness." The main reason Jamie Lynn was getting a lot of backlash for not speaking up for her sister earlier is mainly stemming from the fact that last August it was revealed that she was named the trustee of Britney's multi-million-dollar trust in 2018. So trust, she had time, and on top of that, she added that she made a conscious decision to only participate in her life as a sister and aunt to her boys. So you'd think if someone was spending the average amount of time that you would with your sister, let's say, and her nephews, you'd think that she would have witnessed maybe some progress along the way, enough so that maybe she thought her sister should dissolve the conservatorship. But no one decided to even tell her that she could petition to end this thing and reclaim her life. Instead, they just became content with the fact that Britney was building their wealth over these years and not spending any of it on herself. It's also important to remember that Britney also said during the testimony, "Considering my family has lived off my conservatorship for 13 years, I won't be surprised if one of them has something to say going forward and say, we don't think this should end, we have to help her, especially if I get my fair turn exposing what they did to me." Now, while she did name drop her father a few times, I can't help but get over the fact that she constantly referred to her family as a whole. She keeps saying they did this to me, which implies that Jamie was too afraid either to step in and her mother probably just sat back while her father ran this whole thing. Just me speculating, of course. But towards the end of her video, Jamie did express that she will always support Britney no matter what, and that if ending the conservatorship is what makes her happy, she will support that. But either way, we would love to hear your thoughts on all of this, so make sure you drop us a comment down below. And while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled, "Britney Spears' ex speaks out, James Corden canceled, and Tyler the Creator apologizes to Selena Gomez." Michelle Cooley says, "The whole Britney thing is just weird. How has this girl been controlled by other people her whole life? We've all made mistakes when we were young. Doesn't mean our parents get to control our entire life till we're 60. This is just insane." It absolutely is insane, and it's definitely exposing conservatorships just as a whole, and I hope a lot of people who don't have necessarily the same celebrity status as Britney Spears, get some shine from this too. Hopefully some freedom. Ms. Lauren says, "Kevin doesn't want to lose his meal ticket. He will go along with anything Britney says at this point." I mean, I would like to think that he is just looking out for the mother of his kids. I'd like to be optimistic about that, for real. Jennifer Stewart says, "Every race has gross food. It's life." I mean, Sure, drop us a comment down below with like the food that you dislike the most from your culture. I think that would be funny to see people go back and forth. And then maybe someone else is like, that's actually my favorite. It'll be fun. Educational, if you will. Magenta Fox says, I can think of much better reasons to cancel Corden rather than a segment about drinking bird saliva and eating bull balls. Bull balls? List the reasons. List the reasons, Magenta. Go off. Kay Ramirez says, as a British person, I can't stand James Corden. I don't see the hype Americans put on him. I've never watched the show to shoot straight with you, so I don't get it either. But I'm Canadian, so you know, maybe it's just an American thing. Man, they do love people with British accents, though. Either way, guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube, or at least try.